Dick Grayson, Robin, Nightwing, Batman, Agent 37. He has gone by so many different titles, but the one title that I would like to bestow upon him would most happily be the heart and soul of the entirety of the Batfamily. Dick Grayson is a character that has been around so long at this point that it is almost unrecognizable to say that he isn't one of the figureheads when it comes to the Batfamily. His influence, his weight in the family, and everything that he's been able to do as the first Robin is actively substantial in terms of his entire weight and what his voice brings to the entirety of the family. Dick is one of those characters that really differs from Batman in very many different ways, but that doesn't stop him from still getting along with everybody and being the person that so many different people in this family look up to. His entire reasoning, his entire logic behind so many things that he does, yet everybody still congregates and correlates towards him as the kind of person that has the most respect in the entirety of the family, besides Bruce or Alfred. Him being the first Robin sets almost everything into stage. It sets everything into perspective and sets the foundation of why he deserves the title and has really bared the title of being the heart and soul of the Batfamily members for so long. Him being the first Robin, the original sidekick to Batman, and setting the standard for all that followed, has been a real big catalyst for his entire character arcs and his entire storyline for as long as he's existed. He has quite literally had the most influence on so many other characters and so many other things in general in terms of the Batman and Robin relationship. Him first coming to Batman, especially a younger Batman that was still not as honed, still not as fully in his prime as the Batman that we've had as of recently and all of the later Batmans that would come to follow. This was still a relatively young Batman, and Dick was the person that was actively still having to deal with him. One that was more ruthless, one that was more rugged, that hadn't completely figured out everything that he needed to do, and had chosen Dick to be the first person to try it and help. The first person to actively be a help and a kind of signal for Batman. Something to keep him sustained into the actual world. For him not to fall into absolute and complete despair. For him to fall into his own true being and mind to the point that he wouldn't truly be able to be saved again. Dick has been almost an extreme just waypoint for somebody like Batman. He has been the person that has kept him in check and has easily taken up the mantle of Batman if Bruce has gone missing, if Bruce is either considered dead or whatever. Dick is usually the person that should be next in line to be Batman due to the fact of him having the most experience in terms of anything Batman related and him being the most well-rounded character in the entirety of the family. We all know how his origin came to be. We all know how his parents died during his time in the Flying Graysons and how Bruce chose to take him in, raise him, teach him everything that he needed to learn, and how Dick was eventually able to grow to the point that he is quite easily and quite possibly almost as good as a combatant as Batman, or better than him in very specific categories. His agility, his reflexes, and everything that he's able to do that he has his own specialty in. Even Batman knows that it would be a very hard fought battle for him to deal with. He knows he would win, but it would be a very big fight that he would most likely have to deal with if he had to take somebody like Grayson down. He has had such an impact on the entirety of the Batfamily that everybody knows how to respect him. His transition from Robin to Nightwing and stepping out of Batman's shadow was the biggest thing that really set him apart, though. Each Robin has had that point in time where they knew that they could no longer be under Bruce's shadow. They could no longer be wearing this Robin costume, especially for somebody like Dick, who was getting too old to be wearing such a childish costume. He knew that it was his time to step away from the Robin mantle and become something different. become something better and something that would more characterize himself as who he was right now, symbolizing his own growth and independence as a character, symbolizing his change from wanting to go and turn almost directly into Batman. He has his own differences, he has his own characteristics and personalities that very much dignify and separate him from somebody like Batman as a character. It makes us shows us that he isn't just another Batman clone. He truly wants to become something different. And he truly wants to emphasize that he isn't just, oh yeah, the next Batman that's going to be coming up. He makes sure he has his own active, full-on shtick. He has his own things that he can do himself. His significance as the Nightwing persona and how it's allowed Dick to forge his own path while still honoring Batman's legacy is yet another reason why so many people really respect him in the Batfamily. He was able to set off on his own, create his own name for himself, and still be able to keep intact with everything that he had learned. He didn't just forego Batman and truly just like choose to go off and do his own thing. He still knew who his family was, and even when people like Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and any of the other Batfamily members came in, he still made sure to make time for them. These were people that basically were like family to him, and he made sure to always be a part of their lives. Make sure to always come in and help them in whatever way that he can. His leadership skills are yet another reason why he kind of gains that mantle of being the heart of the entirety of the family. Anytime that Batman is out of commission, anytime that there are no regular people that should be leading the Batfamily, whether it's Alfred, and even then, he's not usually the person leading, he's just the person helping the person that's leading. So anytime that Batman is out of commission, dead, gone, MIA, or whatever, Dick is the person that usually takes the center stage and is the person to keep the entirety of the family together. He becomes that natural born leader that is able to take the role of the head person in the Batfamily without almost any debates. No debates from people like Jason, the person that would quite honestly have more of an actual, not even spot as a technical leader, but more of an issue of having to listen to somebody else. He even completely understands that Dick is almost always the person that you want having to be the person to lead you. They all understand this, and they all truly admire and respect Dick in everything that he does. They know exactly how orthodox and how his mind works. They know that he isn't exactly like Batman, and he has his own true personalities and differences from the way that Batman likes to do his stuff. Dick is also the emotional core of the family, and this is the main part and main reason that I think he is the heart and soul of the family. Dick is the character that serves as the emotional glue that holds the entirety of the Batfamily together, often mediating conflicts and supporting other members. When it comes to characters like Bruce Wayne himself, even he understands that Dick is usually the person to come talk to about a good portion of things, and Grayson is almost always there to help Bruce no matter what problems that they have, no matter what's going on in either one of their lives. They both know that they could absolutely count on each other. And even now that Dick is already a grown adult, having full-on beards and whatever, even now that he is doing his own thing, Bruce always knows that Dick is somebody that he can just come to, talk to, and have any kind of conversation about. Jason Todd, any of the other Batfamily members all completely truly respect Dick and his entire emotional intelligence due to the fact that he is quite honestly the most well-rounded person that has been Robin. He still has his quirkiness, he still has his jokes, he still talks like a normal person. He isn't completely to the point of being ruined. Hence why I was talking about him becoming Nightwing. He knew that if he kept being Robin, he might fall too deep in the path of being somebody like Batman, not having an extreme emotional attachment to anybody. He made sure to leave before that would become too far down the case, before he would be so far gone that he wouldn't be able to absolutely come back to the light. His relationships with people like Damian Wayne specifically in almost any complete situation whether it's talking about the specific times that Damian Wayne has even killed somebody like Nightwing, yet as soon as he did, he automatically knew he had made a mistake. No matter what, Dick Grayson is just one of those characters that each and every one of the Batfamily members truly have come to admire and respect. I'm going to keep saying that because that is the absolute truth. Anytime that any one of them does anything bad to somebody like Dick, they all know that they've almost immediately made a mistake. They know that it wasn't the right thing to do, and he was just trying to help, because that's usually all that he's trying to do, trying to help them, trying to make sure that they're all staying on a decent path, and trying to make sure that none of them are falling too far down the path of the most resistance, too far down the path of becoming something even closer to what Batman already is, losing all of the true light that they've had in their lives due to the fact of them inflicting this kind of justice, living in a place like Gotham, living in a place that would easily tear you up and spit you out anytime, hundreds of times over. So him being the person that everybody just comes to and is able to talk to, knowing that they're not going to be judged, knowing that they're not just going to be taken lightly. His relationship with all of these different members is the main reason that he has such a special place in my heart and the hearts of so many other fans. The reason that he has gained that full-on title of being one of the probably the best Robin to exist and the soul of the entirety of the Batfamily. Now, the last thing that I would like to talk about is the fact of his morality. The entire situation of him being the main person in the entirety of the Batfamily that is able to balance the darkness with the light. The fact that his approach to crime fighting is more optimistic and balanced compared to the Batfamily's often darker methods, when we have characters like Batman who will quite unironically just throw you off a building to the point that you're still alive, but will need to be spending extremes amount of time in the hospital, with people like Jason Todd, who might not always kill, but will if they absolutely need to, and has gone down almost the darkest path in comparatively to anybody else in the Batfamily. When we have characters like Damian Wayne, Dick Grayson is the character that is still able to balance everything. Hence why I was talking about him being the emotional bridge between the entirety of the family, the person that keeps everybody from going too far down the darkest path, the person that is the emotional anchor for everybody else, due to the fact that he is quite possibly the only person there, the only person left that is still able to keep the tension between the two and balance them almost perfectly. His entire journey reflects on how his own personal being is to honor Batman's legacy while defining his own identity. To define how his entire motive is to still be this person that everybody can turn to so that they don't go too far down, but show everybody the best path to be doing it, the best way to be doing it. So please go down in the comments, tell me why you guys love Dick Grayson, why you guys think that he's probably the best character, or any glazing that you guys might be wanting to do down in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down in the whatever, and subscribe to the channel if you guys do want to see more videos. I will see you guys in the next video, but peace.